Hi everyone, how's it going? Andy here, also known as that one dude, and welcome to another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. And today we will be going over the official release for version 1.004 update that just dropped a few hours ago. So we're gonna be going over what was fixed, going over what how Yajirobe was nerfed, and still some things that haven't been fixed. And there's one thing in particular that wasn't fixed that I'm not a huge fan of. We've been seeing that too much, and for it to still not be addressed and not be fixed is not a good sign. But yeah, as most of you know, I think, or some of you might not know, but there's really no official patch notes that are released with Sparking Zero for the updates. So we're gonna go based off of what they told us before, and it seems like that's the case. As you can see, one of the first things they were gonna do was the improvement of an issue where some controls became unresponsive during online matches when classic controls are selected. I've been seeing gameplay online. I've seen also, chatter online, and they've said that this has been fixed and it's now a lot better. And if you've been playing online, it's now a completely different game. It's a lot more responsive, it's a lot more faster, it's a lot more fluid. So if you're using classic controllers online, you're gonna have a great time. Now finally it's been fixed. I'm a person who uses classic controllers themselves, so it's gonna be very, very cool to finally try this out and be able to play online how you're supposed to play. So I can't wait to feel those new controllers and how it's gonna feel, because it's gonna be probably a whole different game now. So very excited about that. That's been fixed. Adjustment of difficulty levels when playing certain stages in episode battle on lower difficulty settings. That's also been fixed. That, of course, that's a story mode. It's been fixed for lower difficulty, so it does make it a little bit easier or a little bit harder. It's just been fine tuned in there, so you don't have to worry about it. Oh, it's still a little bit too hard, or it's a little too easy now. They fine tuned that, which is awesome. Definitely always good to have quality of life updates there. And now they're looking at adjustment of Yajirobe stats. That did get adjusted, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. So as usual, shout out to Dragon Ball Games, the official Twitter account for them. Go ahead and give them a follow. And of course, shout out to Lotus Asakura. Hopefully, I said that correctly. As you can see, the truth posted, so cool. Shout out to the truth for that one. As you can see, Yajirobe Senzu Bean's skill now costs 6 skill count instead of 5. Also, he now starts a match with 0 skill count instead of 2. His health also has been reduced from 3 health bars to 2.5. So he's been nerfed. It doesn't seem like he was nerfed too crazy now. Yeah, was he insane probably before? Yes, he was. But yeah, and as you can see, his skill count now is only... His Senzu now has 1 extra skill count bar, so you do have to wait a bit to use it now. Now, he would usually start with 2 in the match, so you didn't really need to wait much. So just 3 and you would be able to pop the Senzu. Now you're down to 0 instead of 2. So he had 2 before the update. Now he only has 0. So you do have to take into account it's gonna take a lot longer to get to the Senzu, and his health went from 3 bars to 2.5. So he had a hit in his health as well, in his HP. So Yajirobe did get nerfed. Did he get nerfed as bad? No, but does it feel a bit more, more balanced? Yeah, it does. But from what at least I understand, he's the only character who's been nerfed here in this update. So if you're Yajiro main, and I've seen some people use them, it's fun. As well as the Mercer Hercules. I mean, that would be annoying to run into online. The Mercer Hercule present one where you're just basically in jail, him just presenting you until you basically are done. But yeah, no, I've seen people who use Yajirobe, and if you're a good player, you can definitely use Yajirobe to his full potential. And I mean, the update, yeah, it's going to make it a little bit harder, but I mean, anybody who's a great player can use Yajirobe and they'll still be able to dominate online. So, but yeah, just going over, quickly, his skill count is now sorry. In order for you to use a Senzu, now you need 6 skill counts instead of 5. He starts a match with 0 skill count bars instead of 2, and his health has been reduced from 3 to 2.5. Going back again here. Improved operational stability. It does feel like the game is a lot better. It's a lot more fluid, a lot more responsive. So these quality of life updates, of course, make the game even better. So that's very cool to see. So we do have improved operational stability, and that's something that we did see. So now, of course, let's go ahead and see here. As you can see, this is now where it was live about 5 hours ago. So it dropped at 2:08 a.m. today. Okay. Now, here are still some of the issues that remain here. So once the update dropped, for whatever reason, character rank reset to 0. So they're investigating that. It shouldn't take that long to fix, I believe. So it's still, work in progress there. But it happened recently, so it's going to be work in progress. But I do think that it's something that's not really a big of an issue. Does it suck? Yes, because your ranks get reset to 0. So it's like, where's my work? But no, it seems like it's just probably going to be, if you're at that point, it seems like if once the update drops and you update the game, it should come back to where you were before. Now, of course, looking at connection errors and online matching issues, it still seems like that's an issue, unfortunately. So you might go online, start a match, and all of a sudden your connection just drops, and well, got to do it again. So it's a nuisance. Is it annoying? Yes. I mean, should it be fixed? Absolutely. But I mean, this is something we just got to be patient with, and yeah, like I said, it's annoying. It is, but at least it's something that you can work around with, and yeah, it might be an extra matchmaking or two before you finally get a match. But sometimes you'll get smooth connections. Sometimes you'll run into like a wall of like 2 or 3 where you can't connect. But yeah, it's just an issue that that'll be fixed over time. And now going to the last one, which I am not a big fan of, that it wasn't fixed, or I don't know if they didn't think it was like happening, or they didn't really view it as serious, or they thought maybe it was just like a isolated incident. But we still have the issue of corrupted save data. That shouldn't be the case. It's I mean, look, I have my cloud save, so if anything happens, I have them as backed up and all that. So in order for you to avoid this problem, make sure you have cloud saves on. Make sure you don't. I know for the consoles, you can probably leave the consoles in rest mode, and it should be safe from what I understand. But definitely make sure your cloud saves are on for either console or Steam, just to ensure it doesn't happen. Now, why this wasn't fixed, I don't know. Why it's still a problem until this day, almost 3 weeks after the game released, I don't know. Officially, for that matter, if we were early access, it's been more than 3 weeks now. Why it's not fixed, I don't know. This is something that's major. It's not a little thing. I mean, imagine right now you're playing and all of a sudden, let's say you don't have cloud saves backed up, or even something weird happens and your save data gets corrupted, or it gets erased, and it's like you've put so many hours into this game and it gets erased. I mean, that would discourage almost anybody from continuing to play the game. I mean, honestly, if that were to happen, it's like, well, I mean, I would restart the game, but I mean, most people would be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not doing this. All my hard work was, went down the drain. And I completely get people feeling that way. This is something that should be fixed as soon as possible. So hopefully, Bandai releases an update maybe a week or two from now, or even sooner, honestly, maybe 2-3 days, and says, well, here's a little minor patch, but this will prevent, corrupt your save data from being corrupted or deleted. I would say hopefully Bandai addresses this sooner rather than later. So guys, still I did a video on what you can do to protect your save data, but I'll just recap it here real quick. I did it right now, maybe a few seconds ago, but just make sure you have cloud saves on. That'll ensure your game gets backed up. And also, take an extra step after you finish the game. Go ahead and check if your cloud save has been updated. If it hasn't, update it yourself. That way, it's there and you have it saved right there. And then go ahead and turn off the console or put it in rest mode if you want to take that extra step. Should you do that? No, but unfortunately, we're in this situation where we need to. So yeah, but make sure your save is Make sure your save is uploaded to the cloud. That way, it's protected, and that way you have it there in case it decides to erase it or corrupt it. You can go download it again, and you have your save file there. That applies for consoles and for Steam as well. So make sure that's there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the replies here if there's anything else. I mean, first one we see, my input delay is so bad now. I don't know what happened. He has 2 likes, so it probably seems like it might be an issue, but not too much. So it might be maybe the update. Something happened with the update that inputs are a little bit delayed. But from what I've seen online, they seem like they're a lot more responsive. So it might be just an isolated issue with this one. Unable to watch share screen. Okay, well, that's also interesting right there also. Yeah, okay, so it seems like that's also a thing, but they might be blocking that themselves. But it looks like no, so I mean there might be like a little glitch there also. Rage quitting, yeah. If you rage quit, you should get a penalty. I do agree there. I think so far. Yeah, you see the matchmaking issue right there that's happening. Yeah. So far, it seems like it's just that. Yeah, so classic controllers were fixed. Awesome. Xbox matchmaking is still broken. Okay, well, that's no bueno. Funny me. Okay, so yeah, so definitely shout out to the official Dragon Ball Games Twitter page. Go ahead and give them a follow. And then, of course, the Truth DT, shout out to him for reposting. And then, of course, shout out to Lotus Asakura for the post for, Yajirobe's nerfs. And of course, I'm gonna go to my boy DB Sparking News here, and shout out to him. Go ahead and give him a follow. Yeah, it looks like it's been, like I said, officially playable now. Okay, let's see. Let's see if other people have said anything. Yeah, there's no patch notes there, as I've stated. Disconnect error, we get that. Xbox Ranked is still having issues, it seems like. Okay, so it might not be them. It looks like everything else has just been fixed. It's just those, those three little things that they need to work on, or two things, not three little things, two things, and then one major thing they still need to fix. Share screen seems like it's still not working, or they have it either locked and you can't open it, so you can't share screen. Sorry, it's still happening. That is interesting. It seems like some people are still having this issue. Maybe they haven't updated the game, or maybe there is a glitch still. But from at least the videos I've seen is that. So, yeah, looks like everything is yeah. So it seems like everything is good. It's just like I said, the Xbox seems like still be an issue. Some people are still having input delays. Yeah, the matchmaking in Xbox. Yeah, input, the black screen. Yeah, there you go. That's the share screen still not working properly. But yeah, like I said, just make sure for the corrupted save data, or make sure you don't get it corrupted. Make sure it's updated to the cloud. Make sure you take those few extra steps to ensure your save file is saved until they address this. And like I said, hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But yeah, that will go ahead and wrap up this video. This will wrap up the updates, the official update patch notes. Well, not official, sorry. This will go ahead and update the overview of the update that we just got for Sparking Zero. But yeah, as usual, guys, if you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like, subscribe. Feedback is always appreciated, and I will catch you all in the next video. Later, guys.